Alright, all the cables are in, and this new power supply has much easier cable management. I can just stuff it all right there where the optical drives would go, if I had like 4 of them. And I'll tell you this, I'll show you what I have in this machine. I have this Masscool cooler, cooling fan for an Intel Pentium dual core. So, yeah. There's an EVGA card, there's the Sound Blaster Live, the original Sound Blaster Live sound card. There's a little Linksys wireless adapter. I've made a few updates to this machine since I made the video of the build. I now have 4 1TB Western Digital Caviar Blacks in here, all with 32 megabytes of cache. So, yeah, very nice. Now, the thing about this power supply is that it looks a little funny in this case because of the color contrast. Yeah, black on silver, but you know what? It's a better power supply, so I don't even care at this point. So we're going to screw this in and power it up and see if the fans are going in the right direction. Alright, I've grabbed a really crappy old power cable and we're going to plug it in just to see how see whether the fans are moving in the right direction. So, get a 3-prong plug, plug it into the wall. And hopefully this thing doesn't go bzzz when I do that. Alright. Plugged in. I heard a tink. Alright. Let's see if this thing blows up. Hopefully it won't. CPU fan didn't turn on right away. It takes a while to go. Alright, the fans are blowing in the right direction. Good. Alright, this one's done. Awesome. Let's move on to the next part of this thing. Alright, now we're moving on to this thing. Now, I just want to make a note that I actually took the dust filter off the fan in here just because the case wouldn't fit on properly. And what are we going to do? We're going to take my old AMD build, AMD board actually, and just put it in there. So, let's get that underway. Alright, the motherboard's in. It's got the stock AMD cooler on it because I don't really need anything else because it don't overclock. And I got 2 gigabytes of 8 data RAM in there, gaming series, so it has low cache latency on it, which is very nice. And I gotta plug these in eventually, but I'm not gonna do that right now. First, what I want to do is get the CD drive in, and we got this cover here, so we gotta get that off somehow. My theory is you just push. I might have to pull the front cover off. Yeah, I do. Alright, I got the front cover off. Look at that little board right there. And some solder joints and sticky glue. Alright, now we just push that out, and there we go. We have a DVD drive slot now. And these, I like these cases where you can just pull them off. It's so much easier than those ones where you have to take pliers and do this. Wow, lots of racing outside apparently. Terp. DVD drive. What DVD drive? There it is. Here we have the light on SATA DVD drive. We're gonna put that in there. So we just slide it in. Which means I need to take the cover. Which means I need to take this off. Yeah, pull that up. Slide that little guy in there. And boom, we have contact. And Captain, we have contact. Alright, then you somehow get that in the holes and you just lock it like that. Epic win toolless design. Love that. Alright. And next we gotta put a hard drive in. Here we have a 500 gigabyte Western Digital Caviar Blue Drive. It's 500 gigabytes. It takes parallel ATA or IDE, and it has 16 megabytes of cache. So it's a fairly fast drive for a PATA drive, and this will be fine for Linux. If you're running Windows on a PATA drive, God help you. on a PATA drive, Linux will be just fine as long as you're not doing any hard drive intensive stuff, such as virtual machines or something. You're going to want a SATA drive if you're doing that, but this machine's not going to do very many intense things. So I'm going to put that in there. I almost forgot that we need the hard drive fan. Duh. So I'm going to put that in first. Alright, this is done, the second build. I got the DVD drive in. I put the 500 gigabyte PATA drive on the bottom, and I forced my 250 gig SATA drive up here. I made it fit. The cable management is absolute balls, but I can't really do much about it, to tell you the truth, because there's not much space in here. Because there's just not much space in here. But now I have 750 gigabytes of storage in here, with the 500 and the 250 right there. So let's give it a test run, shall we? And it turns on. Win. And this computer does not have a built-in PC speaker, so there's no meep when you start up. Which, in my opinion, is kind of nice, to tell you the truth. But anyway, yeah, these builds are complete. And hope you enjoyed watching me build these. We're going to go put software on these, and once the software is on there, I'll post another video about the software I have on both of my computers. So that's been a build and a bit of a mod to this one, to both my computers. So have a good one, everybody. Ciao.